Hey everybody, I'm back. This video is going to be a little longer than some of the previous ones. That's because I'm going to try to get my 1975 and 1976 PSA graded collections in this one video. So without further delay, let's start up here looking at the first time we see these 75 Hostess cards. Most of these came off the backs of like Twinkies, King Dons, Cupcakes, the little boxes that Hostess would put out. There are some I'm still looking to get. I have the Bob Gibson ungraded. I haven't got it graded. It's like kind of a short print. There are some that are harder to get than others, but there's the nice Nolan Ryan, Robin Yount rookie. And then moving on to the actual Topps from that year. Topps did this mini set. So these mini cards, identical cards to the full-size variation. Some people believe that this set may be a little bit harder to get. I guess what they say is that they produced this in California and maybe like Michigan, somewhere in the Midwest. I believe it was Michigan, and nowhere else. So somebody bought up a whole bunch of these, thinking that they would be super valuable. So you can still get them, and I mean, I don't know if they truly are harder to get or not, but I do have the whole set of this minis ungraded. So I did spring for that, but here are some of my graded ones. Just looking at some of these, they did a most valuable player that year, and it shows the cards from that year. And then two Hall of Fames. This is the big rookie year for these two Hall of Famers, Robin Yount and George Brett, both those in sevens. I have, I think, maybe 2 sixes. Most of these I have in sevens or eights, mostly sevens. Here's a mint, but it's off center, so it's like essentially a 7. And then this another great rookie from that year, Jim Rice. Then the highlights had some really good Hall of Fame players in it that year. Hank Aaron, Lou Brock, Bob Gibson. Nolan Ryan actually has 2. One for fanning 300 batters for the 3rd year in a row, and then a no-hitter highlights. And then we start seeing the other guys like Brooks Robinson's, Mike Schmidt. This is Bob Gibson's last year. He was on a card. Coming down to Joe Morgan in an 8, Steve Carlton in a 7. A couple more of the full-size variations of these MVP cards. And then on to the full-size Robin Yount and George Brett rookies. A couple league leader cards in near mint 8s for Rod Carew, Steve Carlton, and Nolan Ryan. Pete Rose in a near mint 7. The Indians team manager card with Frank Robinson. This is the first time that an African American was ever a major league manager. Jim Palmer, Willie McCovey. Here's my other 6. This Nolan Ryan. It's a fairly decent 6. If you buy a 7, it's pretty expensive for a 7, and that's considered a decent grade. So I'll just stick with the 6 on that one. Content with that. And then once again Rod Carew, and then we're seeing these this time the full size of the Jim Rice. So I've got all the key rookies from this set and the full size, the Gary Carter rookie as well, and then the Fred Lynn rookie, and then lastly the Keith Hernandez rookie, all those in near mint 7. Then my last card in 75, this let's focus, the Hank Aaron. It's a good card of him. It's not his last card. His last card's here in 76. So in 76, once again, we have the Kellogg's. Dennis Eckersley, rookie Kellogg's card. Pete Rose. And we've got, this isn't Hank's. He has a regular edition card, but this is a Record Breakers for RBIs. Then a nice Lou Brock. When it comes to these 76s, it's hit or miss. They have a couple 7s, a couple 8s, and then I think even a couple 6s, or maybe 1 6. Don't have a whole lot of these yet. I like the 76 cards. I'm getting more into 76. They do have a light. They're very colorful. I like that they have the picture there for the pitcher, or the in the outfield, or the first baseman, or whatever. Similar to the 73 set where they just have the silhouette. This one's actually got this leader's card is a Lou Brock autograph. And then this Pete Rose is has an excellent 6. It's not a great grade on that, but I took it for what I could get it for. didn't want to spend a whole lot of money on a higher grade. This card is hard to get in a high grade. Nolan Ryan in a 7. A couple of key players in a near mint 8. Steve Carlton, Rod Carew. Really like this Jim Palmer card. Good action photography, really good colors on this 76 set. I think it's kind of a sleeper set in my opinion. The imagery on it is pretty sharp. I think they have some print mark issues with this just because of the dark colors they use. And my nicest grade here, this Willie McCovey in a mint 9. And this bubblegum blowing champ card, I just bought that on a whim. When I was a kid, I had this card ungraded and absolutely loved it. I thought it was super cool. So I was like going through looking for graded cards and saw it. Thought, yeah, I'll pick it up. Just a neat little card to have. And then looking at that year's, not as robust as the 75, but the 76 with the Chet Lemon, the Willie Randolph, and then the Ron Guidry last. All those and near mint 8s. Okay, so that's a rundown of all my cards from 1975 and 1976. Thanks everybody again for watching.